There's an old saying, nothing succeeds like success. From TV shows to cars to coffee, if a product is a hit with your audience, you'll want to try to replicate what you did to capture that success again. The same goes for your content. If a particular topic or format resonates with your audience, you want to create more content along the same line. If your audience doesn't like a particular topic or format, you want to redirect your effort. But how do you know what's doing well and what isn't? That's where a content audit can help you discover where your successes are. An audit is simply a detailed list of what content you have and the engagement metrics associated with each piece of content, like how many likes, shares, and comments each piece received. Then you can analyze your numbers, pick out patterns, rate your content, and make data-driven plans for your content going forward. Content audits cover all of your content. So that is content on your website, your blog, and your social media accounts. Getting into the practice of conducting regular audits for your content is going to be one of the most valuable tasks you can do for your business. It not only allows you to have much better oversight of your content, but allows you to see what content is valuable and engaging, find any trends in content engagement, see where you can make improvements, and if the audience engaging in your content is aligned with your target audience. Some businesses will conduct a full audit once a year when they go to update static pages. Others will do a monthly or even weekly audit to keep a closer hand on their content engagement. It's going to be up to your business cycles, what you want to track and how often, but I suggest you evaluate your social media content at least monthly. Let's get started by setting up a spreadsheet to track the content on our website first. The audit of our social media content will be a bit different, and we'll go over that next, but you may want to track all of your audits on different sheets in one spreadsheet, like in Google Sheets, for example. First, populate your content into one list. This is going to include static pages, blog posts, videos, digital downloads, any asset on your site that your audience engages with. You'll want to record the title and URL at the very least, and date of creation, author, last update, topic or theme, whether there are images or videos on the page, and any other notes that will be helpful to you. Doing this manually may be a challenge, but there are resources that can help you. If your website has a content management system or a CMS on the back end, use that to get a list of your content. Additionally, there are third-party websites that can crawl your site and set you up with a list. Screaming Frog is such a crawler. Next, collect your metrics. Your business may have internal analytics set up on your website, or you can get these through Google Analytics. Google Analytics will track and report all the user interactions with your website. Remember that while analytics can track all metrics, not all metrics are going to be useful to you. So you'll want to decide which metrics are going to help you determine what content is successful, according to your marketing goals. Typically, the most helpful metrics for content are the number of visits and the number of visitors, as well as the time spent on a page. As you're adding these metrics, you may want to organize them by month, so you can keep track of how your content is performing from month to month. Now, you can't just compile this massive resource of data and just let it sit there. Don't worry, if you don't have a background in business analytics or statistics, simply start looking for patterns. For example, do you see that visitors stay on certain blog posts longer? Look into what topics those blog posts cover and focus more on those topics in the future. Do visitors stay on pages longer that contain images? Use more images. Once you've looked through your data and uncovered patterns, you can take action. You can even go through and rate each piece of content on a scale so you can keep the top-rated content, update the mediocre content, and get rid of the lowest-rated content. And now that you have identified your top-rated content, check whether you should share some of it again on social media. Finally, remember to use this data to inform your future content strategy. Now, let's go over auditing your social media posts. Start with a channel-specific audit before you get into specific posts. List your social media platforms.
the URL of your profile, and how many followers you have. If you do this every month, you will get a good idea of how your audience is growing. Then, like you did for your website content audit, you'll want to go platform by platform and do an audit of your individual posts. You can use the social media platforms dashboard to make a list of your social media posts, including important information like URL, date and time, and if each post had a link or an image or video. You can get more detailed by adding what the call to action was, the post's topic, or if it was part of a campaign. Next, add the metrics you want to measure, like click-throughs, likes, shares, number of comments, and so on. Remember that you want to track the metrics that are going to be most important to help you measure your goals. In a later video, we'll show you what these dashboards look like on Facebook, and we'll talk more about where to find these metrics and what they mean. Now, just as we did for the website audit, go through and do your analysis of the data to surface any patterns you see, so you can make a plan for your content. Typically, you look for the content that was most engaging. That means the content that generated most interactions like likes or other reactions, shares, and comments. After all, that's what social media is all about. You want to engage your audience and you want to identify the content that does well. Maybe you're seeing that posts with images on Twitter are getting more likes than simple text posts. Make a plan to include images with your tweets going forward. Are you finding that Facebook posts that get the most engagement are more on the educational or the informative side? Since that's what your audience responds to, continue posting educational posts on Facebook. Are the same posts getting little traction on Twitter? Pull back on those kinds of posts.
Again, now that you've completed your social media audit, make a plan to do another one in a month so you can continue to monitor your engagement and now benchmark your changes moving forward. In our next lessons, we'll give you more information on how to navigate your social media dashboards and the metrics that matter to you. But for now, use this system to get you started on finding your successes and where you can create more of that valuable and engaging content.